The motorcycle was heavier than it looked. My foot was pinned beneath my bike and I was stuck. There are moments when your body understands a situation long before your mind does. This was one of them. I remember thinking not that I'm going to die, but rather that I didn't want to do it alone.
That was a good ride.
When you get on the highway, you feel fast. Fast.
I like the sandy part.
Two weeks earlier, none of us knew each other. The silence came easy. So did the discomfort. The kind where you're in a group where no one knows who you are yet. Before anyone falls, this is what it looks like. Nothing profound, no reason to expect what comes next. A small town miner from remote Canada, two guys from the inner city, a Colombian anthropologist, and me, a filmmaker from Denver. It sounds like the beginning to a bad joke, because it's people who don't typically hang out together and rarely trust each other if they do. And yet, this wasn't accidental. In fact, it's how the Adrenaline Addicts story begins.
I had a gig set up to be a volunteer at a sustainable treehouse community, and that's where I met Christian. We both started volunteering about the same week, and we instantly just became best friends.
When I was down in Costa Rica for my 2-month trip, I ended up staying almost a year working at this treehouse community in the jungle, and that was the first time something kind of clicked in my brain that the United States might not be home for me.
So after I left Costa Rica, we were going on a round the world trip. We had 3 years set aside, got to Colombia, we instantly fell in love with it. We ended up spending 6 months in Colombia before going to Ecuador. And as soon as we got to Ecuador, I felt like I was homesick. I was homesick for Colombia.
I think growing up in Missouri, I never considered Missouri home. I was out in California a lot, visiting my uncle growing up, and I always thought that would be my home. And it just nothing clicked for me. Community of people we met around in Colombia, there was something that was screaming home that I'd never had before. And to be able to go back to that after a year or so of traveling around, canceling the round the world trip, just something in the back of my brain being like, I think you maybe found home for the first time in your life.
Honestly, the highlight of every trip is meeting new people. I don't know how that works, but I don't know, people, maybe it's the biking community, but it brings out some of the funniest, craziest people, and that's no different on this trip. I mean, it's always great trails, great scenes. I know that's a given, it's gonna be there, but time and time again, I'd say the one constant is the new people that I've met on each tour. They're so different, and they're from all around the world. So that's the best part for me, meeting the new people.
We visit the Kogi village called Tungeka that is next to the riverside of the Rio Ancho River. They are part of the four descendants of the Tairona people. What they are more interested on is keeping the balance not just of their territory, but in a spiritual work with the whole world. That's why they call this place the heart of the world. because they consider us as little brothers.
This is to go out to other riders that may not be the Caucasian, you know, might not have the skin I got. I'm gonna let you know we're out here. Do not hesitate, because it's not no racial thing. It's all about fun and adventure. I mean, it's amazing when you can meet just somebody who speaks English in different countries. And yeah, you may not look the exact same, but you would form a bond immediately. The whole thing is get to knowing somebody so they can get to know who you are. But you gotta go out here and do it. Go see the world. Don't live in a box. Don't worry about your job. Take time out for yourself. You can't be scared to go out here and meet other human beings in other cultures and then learn from it. And people out here love to teach you about their culture or how they live. And they're gonna ask questions about yourself, and you can form some type of relationship that you never knew that you would ever have in your life.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Now I just gotta get in this motherfucker.
You're not in the current. In the flow. What is that? A caiman? An alligator? What? They said shit about an alligator. Hey, I didn't know what a caiman was till just now.
I didn't either.
That turtle had no legs. Hey, right. I don't know how they missed that. You had a whole talk about your goddamn professional man.
So when our clients come down here for the first time, I feel like it's a great privilege to show them Colombia, and also in a lot of instances change their mind about their preconceived notions of Colombia and what they've thought in the past of, you know, the 80s and 90s. It's great to have people come down and kind of show them what I now call home. I think it's a funny small thing, but sometimes I'm talking to random Colombians here and there, and they're like, oh, where are you from? I say, oh, United States, but I've been here 10 years. And they go, oh, you're not from the States, you're Colombian now. That always feels a little nice that Colombians are so welcoming and, you know, reaffirm my feeling that this is actually home.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Motorcycles have a funny way of arranging failure. Sooner or later, everyone falls and needs help. And when that happens, bonds are built brick by brick, crash after crash.
You know, we always kind of secretly hope something small goes wrong, obviously nothing big. Yeah, conflict creates like a quick lasting bond that you're not gonna find anywhere else. You need a little bit of a problem to overcome.
Soldiers understood this over a century ago. After both world wars, soldiers came home missing something they couldn't quite put their finger on. It wasn't danger, rather the closeness that danger required. They rode together again when they returned home, not just for speed and adventure, but for proximity. Some of the best known motorcycle clubs in the world, like Hell's Angels, were born after World War II when soldiers returned home, missing that brotherhood they had experienced overseas.
We're instantly in a brotherhood as soon as you throw your leg over a saddle, right? So on something like this where you're on tour, it's great when nothing goes wrong and you enjoy your experience and you walk away with a great story. But when things do go wrong, it's kind of funny to see how everybody jumps in and everybody becomes helpful. not only in the event, but like, this happened a couple days ago, and people are carrying bags and helping me strap things down, and we just jump in. We help each other out. This is something I've experienced through 30 years of riding motorcycles, and I think with adventure riding, it's amplified. Maybe that's just because it's a little bit more common to have, a crash or a tip over or whatever. Everybody jumps off and runs in and helps. So it's been absolutely no different here.
We're out of Bogotá a couple hours, windy, beautiful paved roads, but a little section of the road was under construction, so Maxwell's bike slipped out.
When I went down hard. My leg got pinned underneath my motorcycle and I wasn't able to pull it out. So I turned around to see who's coming around the blind corner, just hoping and praying that it's Christian or Sam, because this situation had the potential to get much, much worse fast.
Sam and I both came up behind him and he was already sliding out, laying under the bike, sliding on the ground, sparks flying. Could have been very, very dangerous. Someone flying around this corner could have very easily ran over him. And the first reaction when you see a client or a friend or whoever fall is just like, fuck. But then kind of your instincts kick in, like, okay, what's the first thing that needs to happen? 1, get the bike off the top of him. 2, if it's okay to move him, because where he went down was on a blind corner of the road.
And then was gonna do some first aid, but he was like, well, screw it, let's just get to the lunch spot and fix me up there. So we got over to the lunch spot and cleaned it up, and yeah, just kept on riding. Ten years ago when we started Adrenaline Addicts, we were just here in Colombia to stay for one more year, to go to some parties, to ride some motorcycles. But now, as Adrenaline Addicts has evolved, it's more than that. Now we go out on these tours with people that are strangers, and something happens during those tours in the first few days where it just changes into a brotherhood. They're not just random strangers anymore, they're friends from all over the world. Whether we're going to Canada to visit Brent, or whether we're going to Arizona to visit Scott, we're gonna reach out to these people, and it's more than just coming on a tour with us. It means brotherhood.
So right now we just made it to just outside of the town of Chivor, one of the 2 places in Colombia known for its emeralds. We have exclusive access to this mine. We have about a 30-45 minute hike down into the mines, and then we're gonna grab our pickaxes and start hacking away at the walls and try to find some emeralds.
I feel like you just took all the lines.
Oh, I thought you knew stuff like about it.
At some point, everyone falls. The only question is what you've built before that moment.
We did it! Got the jewels!
If you're watching this and feeling lonely, you don't need more time on social media. You need a fucking motorcycle.